helicopters they use in Hollywood movie sets, they cost about $10,000, and that's stripped down. Police departments are getting them. They're about 3 or 4 times the size of the helicopter we shot down. They're about 1/10 the scale of a real helicopter. We've got a listener who is willing, perhaps with sponsorship, or maybe let us, if we pay a little bit, blow up one of his old ones, but with live cameras on it. Perhaps we'll have it up in the air while we shoot other drones down. It's going to be amazing. You watch. A bunch of other people are going to do this better than we did now. There's a new race, I'm sure, but we're the first to shoot down our own drones in a protest. And that video is at Infowars.com. You can also find it right there on our Twitter at Real Alex Jones, twitter.com/Real Alex Jones. And then we also blow up some little ground vehicles with Tannerite on board. And it is a lot of fun. Drones shot down over Texas at Infowars.com. Please get this out to everybody, because it's also got a pro-Fourth Amendment, anti-Big Brother message. These drones are totally illegal to be doing what they're doing. We have the legal experts in there breaking that down. It's at Infowars.com right now. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and go to some of your phone calls. We're going to be going to Heather, Chris, Janet, Dr. Jones in Mexico, and Dan and others. Let's talk to Heather in Virginia, where I'm at right now. Heather, thanks for calling in today.
How you doing today, Alex?
I am doing good. I got a little bit of breakfast finally, so I'm my headache's gone. 4 hours sleep, 3 nights in a row, but I'm feeling good.
Well, I just wanted to call in and tell you that we are awake in Virginia. And I also wanted to ask you that on your way back home from Bilderberg, which I plan on being there as well, are you planning on doing any speeches on the way back home?
You know, I was thinking about doing it on an affiliate that we've had called Truth Radio. What is it, WBCR, that we've had for 12, 13 years in Knoxville. But I just had so much going on back at the office. We're hiring new people. I've got the reporter contest going. I've just got way too many commitments. The problem is you commit to stuff, deadlines and commitments, as Willie Nelson says in Against the Wind, to where you just have no life. And so I will do an East Coast speaking tour in the future. I'm planning to do one in July, but I haven't started to set that up yet. So it may be August now to go out west and speak at 4 or 5 of our affiliates. There's a lot of legwork, but no, I'm sorry, I won't be speaking anywhere.
Well, I can't wait for you to do your East Coast tour, because I will definitely be there with along other Info Warriors. I had a statement to you. I'm really trying hard here in my county to get the fluoride out of the water. I've written the state congressman, Marcus Griffith, and delegate of the state about the water, and I keep getting these dumbed-down answers through email or through the regular mail.
No, they play dumb. They act like you don't know what they're talking about. It's like Bilderberg, world government, banker, what? Drone? What drone? A black helicopter? What? Military checkpoint? What checkpoint? The one down the street. Oh, that one. Remember what the guy did with Ventura in the banned FEMA special that they banned off True TV because Homeland Security threatened him. He goes in, he goes, here's your bill. And he goes, what bill? And he kept acting dumb. You mean the one space aliens are in? He goes, no, this bill for FEMA camps. Oh, that bill. I'm sorry, ma'am. Go ahead.
No, it's exactly what you're saying. I mean, I write them every week, and I get a letter back, the following week, or an email back telling me, take it to this person or that person. They're always shooting me to each other instead of...
I would put them on notice that the so-called fluoride they put in the water is causing a 7-fold increase in bone cancer. Attach a mainstream article with that. Just type in fluoride bone cancer, print an article off. Say these are exhibits, send it registered mail, and say the American Dental Association says it shouldn't be given to people under 6. Add that article, and add the fact that the EPA, under lawsuits, said, okay, cut it from 1.2 parts to 0.7 parts per million, and I guarantee you they're still doing the 1.2, and say cease and desist, and then, even using their own admissions, then file pro se lawsuit against the health department head personally and against the stinking criminal mayor. That will get the scum's attention.
Thank you. Okay. I'm writing it down as you talk. So
now again, does that mean the attack plan will be perfect? Does that mean they might not try something against you? Hey, it's all about, I don't care anymore. You're assaulting me and my children. You're assaulting our community. How about we run over you politically, and whatever happens, punk, happens. Okay, you think you're tough? You think you're awesome? You think you're going to win this fight? It's just like a physical fight. You want it. You came looking for it. You're going to get it. It's clobbering time. And it's time to go after them and let them know you're the boss. We're not drinking your poison anymore, filth. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome. Thank you, Alex, and I will see you in Bilderberg.
Thank you so much. And again, you can also sue them over the fact that the fluoride is not just the fluoride, because they'll defend that and have some paid-off dentist, straddle up to the microphone like a crab. All of them, of these companies, come from phosphate manufacturing, aluminum byproduct manufacturing, or other heavy metal industries where they can't put the poison in a dump. They don't want to pay for the dump. So what they do is, that's expensive, toxic waste dump. They just put it in your water. So you sue them with a FOIA to find out what brand they're using, and it'll have hundreds of chemicals in it. And you go to the public and say, the city's putting lead, mercury, and arsenic in the water. And then folks will get the news, and they go, that's right, you little smiley mayor. Listen here, scum. You're not going to physically assault us anymore. You understand, maggot? Always tell when something's going to go mega viral, because the NSA and their camp follower trolls go absolutely ape up at Infowars.com right now. Drones shot down over Texas. They are in the comments having conniption fits over this video that they know is going to be seen by millions of people. And then bring people there with the interesting video of drones being shot down, and then learn politically how illegal it is, just like secret arrest and the NDAA. And the Pentagon admits they have private contractor groups full-time, kind of like the Army Corps of Engineers got caught with hundreds and hundreds of people on the payroll trolling and complaining and attacking people that criticize the dikes they built in New Orleans. It's just amazing that they're so mad. The drone industry, by the way, is quoted in here saying that they've got to engage in propaganda against the population. It's just special interest taking our country over. I've had enough. Okay, let's go back to your phone calls. But boy, I can tell if the trolls are having a conniption fit that it's going to go super viral. So be sure and send it down on your Facebook, your Twitter, all of it. MySpace, it's an old relic, a dead space, but you can still reach a few people there. Let's go ahead and talk to Chris in California. Chris, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Alex Jones? How are you today? I'm pretty sure you're doing pretty well.
I'm doing good, my brother. You're on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. How may I serve you today?
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Alex. Yeah, I'm originally from Yuma, Arizona, and Bill. I haven't been there in a while, but I went to a park there one time, and I saw a military drill at a park. And I told my mother to stop by so I can ask questions, because I've been listening to your show for a while. And I asked a question, and nobody didn't seem to know why they were there, but they said that they're there for security. And
yes, they have regular Army, regular Marines, National Guard, State Guard. And State Guard can actually do it constitutionally. And during an emergency, National Guard, it's high school, it's middle school football, plays. It's an acclimation program. The Pentagon admits it. They're getting rid of posse comitatus. Kentucky Derby, NFL games, hockey games, the national draft. It's always troops, 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 where our national identity is the troops, but not them individually. They're treated like crud. You know, they're sending him back into battle now with arms and legs blown off. Nobody's ever done that. Making him do it, by the way. Beals, that went crazy, had most of his foot blown off and was forced back in and put on Prozac. But don't worry, he'll get prison time for what they did to him. And the guy was out of his mind. He was temporarily insane. I'm not saying what he did was good, but you can't put him in prison. And yeah, the average troops don't really know why they're there. I mean, I remember covering urban warfare drills that were unannounced in Miami, in Houston, in San Antonio, in Old St. Louis, everywhere. And they would go in, lease a building, blow it up in broad daylight, or at 3 a.m. Media would cover it, and the national media would say, did not exist, you are a black helicopter person. And I would interview police chiefs who they tried to bribe and talk to people that had heart attacks at the nursing home next door. And I'd go on air and national media would say, this person is insane, this doesn't exist. Now they do have them everywhere in broad daylight getting you ready and admit it's real. And they admit, oh yeah, the troops are training to come for you and your family. Again, they got to get the troops where they think it's normal. They got to get the cops where they think it's normal. Buddy, they now have TSA checkpoints. So you were in Yuma, and was it Army? Was it Marines? Was it National Guard? Who was out there at the park?
It looked like a bunch of Marines, and they had like every type of vehicle, like from Hummers to even the really big machine, the big that you see on the that I've been seeing on your TV shows. And I asked a couple of people. They said, "Well, we're here for scary. That's it." And then it went from that, and then they kind of walked away. And then a Hispanic guy walked up towards me, and because I'm Hispanic, and I said, "Hey, man, what's going on over here?" He's like, look. He looked left, and then he looked to his right. He's like, he shrugged his shoulders. He's like, I'm here. So he kind of said that, and I kind of know what right away. I was like, wow, But I was also seeing the TV show on NATO in Chicago, and in the blue-colored hats, it kind of reminded me of the UN troop hat colors.
No. That's what they're doing. They have U.S. troops in black berets, and now they're saying they may start having special units wear blue. It's all just an acclamation. They're standardizing the guns, standardizing the codes, standardizing the uniforms, putting our troops under NATO, under UN. Remember Private New Specialist protesting it. This is what they do, exactly. And it's, again, the troops aren't bad. They're being acclimated. The police are being acclimated. We're being acclimated. But because we've been here and you've been there warning people, the troops are going, oh, now it makes sense. They got Marines doing DWI checkpoints nationwide, folks, with firearms.
We're on the march. The empire's on the...
I will be hurtling back down the road toward our final destination on this trip before turning back around and pointing the RV at Texas. I will be there in Washington, D.C., the place named after the founder of our country, a man of innumerable courage and honor, George Washington, who undoubtedly is spinning in his grave to see what's happened. Look at the trolls in this article, drones shot down over Texas, in the amazing video up at Infowars.com. And they're all hitting the same thing. They're saying it's disinfo or they're saying anti-Semitic stuff. And we've tracked these IPs before. It's corporations and feds. They do that just to make it negative. It's like, look at the Jewish Steiner brothers. It's like a big joke, because it wouldn't be bad if they were Jewish. They're German. I can look at them and tell that, but it's just funny because they use that term. Steiner is actually a noble German name from Austria, if you want to be technical. But the point is that I went to high school with these guys. It's like, look at these Jewish guys with Jones. They're funded by Tel Aviv. That's the talking point they put out. But the most popular one they put out is, what the F, Paul Watson? We have a Fourth Amendment right to be secure, not private. It's not there to protect you from embarrassment. It's your right to not have your security and safety violated. And that's got to be a cop. I bet money that's a military person, MP type, who's probably 22, really dumbed down. We can track the IPs. We've done it before. It's right back to Department of Defense or think tanks. And by the way, the Pentagon admits they've been doing this for at least a decade, but now they're saying, well, we're going to lie online about